Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Is Shakur Stevenson feared or boring? That's the question. Is he a feared or a boring fighter? Now, Stevenson, without question, look, although his last performance wasn't that great, he's probably one of the biggest names in boxing. But this is what's happening. There's a lot of excuses being made now by potential opponents that they don't want to fight him. Now, there was a time where a lot of people felt Shakur Stevenson was the most avoided fighter in boxing because of his superb boxing ability and his overall skill set.
Mills 626 for Mills.
Hold on a second. That's my boy right there. I'll call him back in a second. What I was saying is, before they were saying that, oh, there's not enough money on the table to fight Shakur Stevenson. We need more time to get ready for him. Oh, he's on the other side of the street, right? Now that's not what they're saying. Now what they're saying is more like, he's horrible, he's boring. Fighting him would hurt my credibility, would hurt my marketability. And when you see Shakur Stevenson out here talking about retiring and not having a fight lined up and whether he's going to stay with Top Rank or leave Top Rank or if Top Rank's going to end their contract with him, I just think it puts Shakur Stevenson in a horrible, horrible position. Because if he's truly feared, which I think some fighters are like, shit, I don't want to fight him, he's too skilled. But I think there are some who are like, why fight this guy and be in a horrible fight to where it makes it difficult for me to get a fight after him? I just think where Stevenson, although before he was seen more as an evasive target, inside the ring, I think he's becoming more of an evasive target outside of the ring because fighters are choosing to just steer clear and free from him, because when Shakur Stevenson, to me, had probably the biggest opportunity of his career by fighting Edwin De Los Santos to make a statement to pick up that WBC strap, he chose to do otherwise. Now, don't get me wrong, De Los Santos could have put his foot on the gas more, but the bottom line is all the attention was on Shakur Stevenson, and he failed the test. He dropped the ball. But this is something that I wanted to point out. When you look at those CompuBox stats from the night he fought Edwin De Los Santos, they say, oh, it broke records for the least amount of punches thrown, blah, blah, blah. But let me give you another fact, right? As far as CompuBox, Stevenson has been rated to be the hardest to hit in the sport. Now, of course, people will say, yeah, it's hard to hit him because he runs. But I'm not here to give you to say whether I agree or disagree with that. I'm just telling you, as far as when it comes to CompuBox, he's been rated as far as boxing, he's the hardest boxer to hit. Now, does Shakur Stevenson have star power? What I'll say is this: his star power was growing. And I'm not so sure he has the star power that he once had going into the De Los Santos fight. I just don't think so. This whole thing about him being a main event fighter and his main event status, and it went from the weekend to the middle of the week, that says a whole lot when it comes with Top Rank and them feeling like maybe he's going to stay with them. When you look at ratings and stuff like that, I'm not so sure his star power is still intact. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been able to secure top flight opponents because that means career opportunities and high paydays. But he's making good money with Top Rank. He's making a few $1 million a fight. But as far as what he needs, as far as an opponent, to help continue to build his resume, to put him in those huge money fights, to crack the 8 figures, I'm just not so sure Shakur Stevenson is going to get there anytime soon. There were talks about him fighting Frank Martin. You know, that's the kind of name he needs on his resume. But after watching him fight Edwin De Los Santos, I don't think Frank Martin wants anything to do with Shakur Stevenson because they just feel Shakur Stevenson is going to stink up the place. Okay? But one thing I will say about Shakur Stevenson, and when it comes to some of these fighters who are saying, oh, he's boring, I don't want to fight him, I want to make sure I make this clear. The excuses are piling up. And this is my theory. Stevenson has been in the ring with a lot of those guys sparring. A whole bunch of them. And he, in my opinion, is he got the best over most of them, or he was able to determine just how good they are, and they were able to determine just how good he is as far as IQ. And I do believe Shakur Stevenson does a lot better than what maybe some of those fighters thought, just kind of watching him from the outside when they got in the ring with him. I think they were like, whoa, what the hell? Because of his IQ and his ability to hit them and them not be able to hit him. But we'll see what the future holds for Shakur Stevenson. He got the WBC strap. Would like to see him fight Haney, like to see him fight Tiafimo, like to see him fight Javante, like to see him fight Ryan. I'd like to see him fight anybody. But it's just a matter of these guys, they can verbally agree all they want. It's just a matter of getting them to sign on the dotted line, and then we get the green light. But, you know, until that happens, when it comes for Shakur Stevenson, who's an Olympic silver medalist, right? You know, I'm not so sure what direction he's going to go, especially right now. But, you know, hey, like the Phoenix, he can rise from the ashes and regain his star power and go on to do great things in boxing. Look, he's a boxer. I don't know if he's a boxer puncher, but he's a boxer. And he has a punch to make you respect him. He's got outstanding boxing skills. He's a great thinker with phenomenal IQ. And one thing about him, he doesn't just throw punches for no reason like Conor Benn. Conor Benn just out there, man, throwing punches like a goddamn amateur. You know, just letting his hands go like Joe Calzaghe. With Shakur Stevenson, he's very selective. He's a thinker, and he's letting his punches go for a reason. And as a result, he doesn't make many mistakes. That being said, is he feared? Is that why fighters are saying they don't want to fight him now? Or is it because he's boring, or is it a combination? You know, I don't know. But y'all leave your comments below. Yo, I'm in the breeze.